You may remember patio season lasted about 12 days back in April. Well, today at least there's some renewed hope that these tables will only be sitting empty for a few more weeks. Since the start of the pandemic, restaurants like these in Peel Region and Toronto have been hit the hardest. They've been shut down for 340 days. That's almost a year in lost revenue. So this reopen can't come soon enough, I'm told. This is also when we'll be able to really survey the damage done.
The third wave really hit us hard. I think people were just starting to think that there was light at the end of the tunnel.
Restaurant owners have been hanging on by a thread and have been for a while now. It's expected half of all independent restaurants in Toronto and Peel will be wiped out.
Think of your favorite two restaurants, and one of them will be gone in the next little while.
With reopening on the horizon, the road to recovery will be long and bumpy. According to the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, it will take years for the hospitality industry to get back on track.
We actually surveyed our members. Members in the hospitality sector told us it will take them 8 years to fully recover.
I'm being told one thing this industry cannot afford is another false start like the one they saw back in April.
How are you feeling today?
I feel lousy.
Back then, the anger and frustration was palpable as restaurant owners were forced to shut down less than 2 weeks after restocking their fridges and bars and rehiring staff.
He talks about this 800-pound gorilla. He put that gorilla right on top of this industry.
That sudden closure came with a collective price tag of $100 million.
Fingers crossed, cautiously optimistic that this is the final reopening plan.
And it's not just bars and restaurants that are suffering. Almost every sector is on the verge of collapse. It's believed most businesses are only pulling in about 25% of their normal revenue. Across Ontario, 75,000 businesses are expected to go belly up, resulting in about 850,000 job losses.
A lot of these businesses, they've invested their personal life savings so they can stay open, keep people employed. And now that well has dried up, and so have the federal and provincial relief programs. They've either dried up or they're on their way out the door. So that's why we keep urging governments, whether it's the federal government or the provincial government, to remember that you just can't pull that magic reopening switch and expect, ta-da, everything's back to normal.
Well, the Canadian Federation of Independent Business says the devil is in the details and the government needs to continue to financially support businesses throughout this reopening process. It would also like to see the province utilize things like rapid testing to help places like gym and hair salons open as soon as possible.